first who we are?
Perfect. So I'm Tawny. I am on Kate's team. I'm one of her frontline leaders. And Jan and I are both doing the class tonight. And Jen's also, well, introduce yourself, Jan.
Yeah, hi, I'm Janice, and I'm also one of Kate's frontline leaders as well. So Tawny and I are cross sisters, and we are here tonight to share with you green cleaning.
So thanks for joining us, you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for showing up. Why don't we get started? Okay, I'm going to go to my share screen right now. Okay, let me go ahead and move to the top screen first. Okay. Okay, and I'll go present. You know, sometimes it's really interesting when you're doing it yourself and you're like, okay, where am I? Okay, let me find the present screen. There we go. Okay, so welcome to our detoxing toxins from your home with green cleaning. First off, before we start, let me go ahead and see where my cursor is. Here's a quick getting to know you. So what is a cleaning product that you haven't made the switch to non-toxic yet? So if you could think of a product that you use at home that maybe you'd like to switch, or type it in the chat for us. Either use something like Windex or Pine Sol or Clorox. I have used them all. Honestly, I can be honest too. I still have some of these and I'm working my way. But let's see what people say. Tawny, can you see the chat from your side?
Clorox girl. Just outside. But I still love you, Jess. I'm working on you though. I'm working on you right now. Toilet bowl cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Toilet bowl cleaner. We'll bring that
up. The scrubble bubbles. Yes, I remember those.
Oh, yes.
I used to like those little bubbly guys, those characters. Oh my gosh.
Mom life.
Oh, of course.
Oh. Well, good. Well, as we dive into our call, be thinking about these products that you have in your home, and just be thinking about making the switch or what you could be doing maybe to switch out these products, like we call the ditch and switch. So
Oh, Kate, yeah, so the laundry soap, they all do smell nice. We do need to help her too. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, the Clorox wipes, laundry soap and dish soap. Oh, I'm guilty. My husband loves the Dawn dish soap still, so I'm trying to get that out of there. But anyway, okay, so let's move on. Thanks you guys for sharing your answers. Let's move on to the next one.
So tonight we're going to talk about what is green cleaning and why do we need to be in control of it. So when we think a lot of when a lot of us think about wellness, I think we kind of focus more on eating right and exercising. But a huge part of wellness that I don't think a lot of people don't focus on, or maybe not even focus on, maybe even aware of, is our environmental toxins and how they are affecting us. And this is even in our homes. So that's kind of why I want to dive in tonight and talk about detoxing our homes and creating a non-toxic environment. Years ago, I had heard a statistics, according to the EPA, that our indoor air in our home is 2 to 5 times more polluted than our outdoor air. And I remember hearing that for the very first time and thinking, like, what? Like, how can that be? Like, it was like upsetting to me to hear that. I know for me and probably for most of you, like our home is like our safe place, our sanctuary, It's the place we come to after like a long day, our hub to unwind. It's the last thing we want to be thinking about is that we're creating a toxic home for our families. But the good thing is we have a chance to change that and make positive changes in our life, and that can be on the daily. So that's what I want to look at: is toxins in our home, and then begin the journey together of home detox. And just to give a little background of why this is something that's so I'm so passionate about this, and this is something that really speaks heavily to me and it's on my heart, and not to go into my whole health journey, but just to give a little background of why this is something that I just feel that, like I said, it's super passionate to me. About 15 years ago, my husband and I were walking through infertility and trying to get pregnant and going from doctor to doctor to doctor. I was also dealing with some thyroid problems, just feeling crummy, just not, I was actually probably in the best shape of my life. I was focused on eating, but there was an aspect of my life that I wasn't focused on. And like I said, I was going from doctor to doctor, and it wasn't until I had gone to like a bunch of homeopathic doctors and naturopathic doctors and doing acupuncture and kind of the whole Eastern medicine thing, did I really have somebody directly ask me the question, what are you doing on the daily that could be affecting your hormones and could be affecting, like, what are you being exposed to? What could be affecting your health? And that really stopped me in my tracks. It really stopped me thinking like, well, gosh, what am I being in contact, every day that could be playing a factor in things? And at the time I was working for a cleaning company and working on these beautiful high-end homes in Coquillo in the Big Island, making great money and working 4, sometimes 5 days a week. Love the crew I worked with. Like I said, I love the money. But all of a sudden it really made me stop and think like, gosh, here I'm being exposed every day to Clorox, to Windex, to 409, to Ajax, you name it. We were using it. So like I said, it wasn't until someone really directly asked me the question and brought it to my attention, was it really even on my radar? And if you've ever walked through health issues or dealt with chronic stuff, or even in the place of trying to get pregnant, you're kind of in this place of just, you'll do anything, you'll try anything, you want to feel better. And at the time that my heart's desire was to get pregnant. And so I just made, once I knew that I was given the knowledge and was aware of, shed light on what I was doing and what I was being exposed to every day with, toxins, the phrase know better, do better. I started to make the switch immediately. So I remember driving down to the health food store and swapping out, ditching all my cleaning products, picking up different things on the shelf, and going home that week and researching some stuff and found some products I liked from the company. I ended up ordering a bunch of things and using those products for about 5 years, and love the products I was using. And it wasn't until farther down in my journey, my health journey, and along this, until someone had mentioned to me about EWG. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but it's Environmental Working Group. Jad, you can go to the next slide.
Sure.
And it's ewg.org. And it was along when someone had brought it to my attention about the EWG. And it's it's a .org. Like, you can go onto this, and what will do, it rates your cleaning products and different products, like in your home, and cleaning products. What I'm focusing on more at the time was, and it will rate from 1 being non-toxic, 1 being low on the scale, and then 10 being like the highest, which is like ding, ding, ding. Like, you don't want to be using that, hopefully. And what it does is it breaks down the different things in these products and the chemicals used. So like I said, I had was brought to my attention about these things I was using on the daily. I made a switch, and then along my journey realized my eyes were opened again to that some of the products I was using were definitely a step up from what I had been using before. But wasn't as clean as I would really had hoped they were. Some were, some weren't. And I think that sometimes we need to be really careful about greenwashing. And if you don't know what greenwashing is, it's like a product will advertise something as being green. It might have beautiful packaging. It might say natural. It's going to present itself as a green, clean product, but really not all the time is it. Some are. So I'm not knocking everybody, but some of them, they definitely use their marketing to give you the illusion that it is clean. And that's why I share that story of like, I made these switches, but until I kind of learned more and had dove a little bit more into the EWG and did a little bit more research, that I realized some of them weren't as clean as I was hoping to. So at that time, I made another switch and I switched out some of my products that were cleaner. And, along this way, when I was dealing with all my health stuff, I had made other changes as well, like all the different things like hand soaps, shampoos, conditioners, all different things in my home. But I know tonight we're focusing more on the green cleaning, but it really just opened my eyes and to be really aware of the things that we are using. As I continue to walk through my journey of stuff and dealing with health issues, unfortunately, I ran into some other stuff. And so I've always just strived to continue to find products or things that are going to help me along my health. They're going to make me a better person, who are going to be a part of my wellness journey, who are things that are going to, like I said, like for me, hanging around people who are like-minded or people who are kind of on that same journey. You learn different things along the way. And I love learning and growing from other people. So as I'm on this journey, I've learned from different people, different things, or people have shed light on things that I really feel like I became really aware of the toxins in our home. And like I said, I feel like I really got to a place where I kind of dove in and really cleaned a lot of my products. So fast forward a couple years after that, and my husband and I someone had recommended the show Stink, and it was the documentary on Netflix. And I remember just watching that show. And again, like I said, a lot of the stuff that was in the show were things I already was aware of. It talked about toxins and stuff, but it was just another pivotal point in my wellness journey, an eye-opening experience. And I just remember being like just pissed basically after I watched the show. I know a few of you on here have watched that documentary. But basically it was, the premises of the documentary was to share and to open our eyes to the huge amount of chemicals in our products. And that's what I want to share, and let's, shed a little bit of light tonight before we get into some of the products, just to give an understanding and a background of this. And I apologize in advance if I'm going to be looking down at my notes, but like I said, I'm passionate about this. I can go on tangents and I want to be able to stay focused and respect our time tonight. So I'm going to be referencing quite a bit of my notes and looking down. So what most sellers don't want you to know is what's really in their products. I think if we really dove into a lot of these products, I think a lot of people would really not even want to use the products. Most of the chemicals found in products have not been tested. And that's even before they go onto the market. So, you like to think like if you walk into a grocery store or you walk somewhere, if you see these products on the shelf, like for me, and I'm sure like most of us, like we want to think like, of course they've been tested. Of course they're okay to use because they're in the store. Like, why would they sell a product that wasn't okay? And the scary thing is most of these products that are on the shelves and that are available for consumers have not been tested. And a huge loophole that many companies are getting away with in the industry is the labeling of fragrance. which allows them not to be transparent. So if you've ever turned a bottle around and looked at the back, you might see XYZ of, ingredients and stuff. Some of them right away might be red flagged, parabens, phthalates. I can never say that word right, but things might already red flag you. And then you might come along the word fragrance. And what's upsetting is that one word fragrance, companies don't have to share or tell you what is used to make up that fragrance. So we don't know if it's like 10 additional products, 20 additional products, 30, like we don't know what was used to make up that fragrance. And when I say fragrance, it's synthetics. It's synthetics of a company who most of the time, or pretty much, if it's a pure company, is not using plant-based. They're not using essential oils. They are replicating, they're synthetically making a scent. So like vanilla or lemon or vanilla, they are creating something to duplicate that smell. So this is where they're getting away with stuff. They are allowed to put the word fragrance on something and don't have to enclose, like I said, what things are made of to make that one thing. Fragrance company is $1 billion industry. So greed and money right there. Fragrance makers all have their special trade secrets, which is basically AKA toxic chemicals, which means they don't have to share, like I said, what's in their products. They don't have to be transparent. One of the examples that the show gave, which really I remember standing out to me and really just kind of like, was the example they gave of the same fragrance you would find in Chanel number 5 could be the same fragrance you would find like in your toilet bowl cleaner. And what they do is these companies come up with these trade secret scents or trade secret things, and they sell it to multiple different companies. So once again, it's like it's being sold to other people and no one's ever enclosing what those chemicals are. So many of these chemicals are endocrine disruptors. They mimic hormones and just wreak havoc on our body. The chemicals that are in synthetic just cause so much disruption in our body. You start to look at like affects your metabolism, which can lead to weight gain, affects your pancreas, leads to diabetes and other health issues, affects ovaries and testicles, leading into infertility. And I guess saying both of those, I want to say like, I think we always think of women dealing with hormone issues, but it's across the board. This is men and women. We're all affected. I think women are more susceptible to dealing with hormone imbalance and different things, but this is not just women. This is like men and women, and for our children, like, young girls and boys. So it's not just women that we're talking to. It's affecting all of us. We have this huge rise in so many health issues, and we sit and go, wonder why we have so many cancers. Why do we have a rise in breast cancer, a rise in this? To me, the answer is like super clear. It's because we have all these chemicals that are being introduced into the market and they're not being tested. Endocrine disruptors are proven mutagens, which means they can actually go into our bodies and start to change our DNA. And once again, that's like unsettling to me. That's scary to me. And especially if you've dealt with health issues or you haven't, just thinking like, what's happening? All the stuff that we've been exposed to, like all the stuff that's like affecting our bodies. The show also talks about how we are quietly being genetically modified, basically creating chemical chaos in our bodies and bioaccumulating. So kind of what that means is that if you step and think about like all the things that we you use from AM to PM and all the products that we come into contact with. We wake up in the morning, we wash our face with something, we brush our teeth with something. You're putting on makeup, you're putting on lotion, you're putting on perfume, you're cleaning up your home. So it's just thinking about all the things that you're exposed to from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. So here we're being, in contact with things on the daily, and then on the weekly, and then monthly, and then yearly. And over time, all these, toxic chemicals are really affecting us. So many of the chemicals are not regulated by the government, so no one takes responsibility for the health issues and dangers these products are causing. The EPA says there is around 17,000 secret chemicals on the market. And, going back to what I said before about like their trade secret, chemicals, there's so many, 17,000 that all these companies can buy from and use it for whatever, for perfume, for toilet bowl cleaners, for different things. There's so many, but they're like secret. They're they don't have to share what's in their chemicals. After a lot of attention was brought to the government about these chemicals not being regulated, in 1960, Richard Nixon started the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. So this meant chemicals needed to be tested before going on the market. You're thinking, oh, great, somebody's stepping in, they're going to start regulating things, they're going to start, testing things before they go on the market. At the same time, the EPA was formed, the Toxic Substance Control Act was also formed, which is the TSCA. But the bummer thing was that it really never got off the ground or into major effect. And the problem is when they stepped in, they grandfathered in so many products. It was just too overwhelming for them to decide, okay, like we already have all these chemicals produced, we already have all these chemicals on the market. It'd be so hard to step back and say, okay, what chemicals are going to be regulated? What's this, or taking it off the market? So instead of banning any chemicals, what they end up doing is just saying, okay, whatever's on the market at the time, we're going to grandfather in. So, which is really kind of upsetting again, because like it's right now, so in the US, it's legal for 80,000 different chemicals. And what ended up happening is, even though the EPA was created to step in and their job was to flag these chemicals or say, hey, red flag, there's these chemicals creating all these problems. They couldn't really do anything. Their hands were tied because of all these grandfathered chemicals in. And so really you got to this place where you couldn't protect the chemical companies and the consumer at the same time. So nothing was really taking place. Nothing was ever really done. So even though these acts were put into place to try to be positive, they just never got off the ground because there was too much, local companies had too much, protection because basically like everything was, secret. Europe has much higher standards than the US, and we've become like it's basically a dumping ground for all these chemicals. So I remember reading somewhere that Europe, if they ban a product, that the US will buy it, we'll end up taking it. And I wish we were a little bit more like Europe because they have higher standards. And so just to give a little, a few statistics, the USA currently only bans 30 chemicals, 30. And like I shared, there's 80,000 different chemicals on the market and we ban only 30. Canada's a little bit higher, 600, and then Europe is 1,400. So it's still not like big numbers out of the 80,000, but basically it's, Europe kind of has a higher standard more than the US, where they kind of go on the side of more of caution in it, like when in doubt. So if a chemical comes on the market and there is like a shadow of a doubt, like, hey, this might not be good, they red flag it right away and they will ban it. US, which we wish would do that, kind of waits until it's too late. Unless multiple people die or there's like a bunch of things happening, and by then it's even if they banned it, it's already caused effect, where that chemical is already like in so many products. So like I said, Europe kind of has like more of a shadow of a doubt. In the US only if it's like becomes like a big problematic type of thing. And so why I share all that information with you is that, you know, us as consumers really need to be aware of like the products we're using and the things that we're bringing into our homes. You know, along the way of learning more and more, and really, like I said, that show that stink really shed a lot of light for me, and it was so upsetting to me. It just made me want to be intentional. It made me want to be intentional about the things that I'm bringing into my home, for my own health, for my kiddos, for my fur babies, and I can't control like what's our outside environment. I can't control, you know, all our environmental toxins, but I want to control or make changes for my personal home, and for my family. And so that's something over the years I feel like I've really made perfect in no way. No, not at all. Like, but I feel like I've made really positive changes over the years, and then teaching my kids to be aware of toxic chemicals and using natural products. And I'm trying to teach them to be aware of it. So, like I said, I'm still learning and growing, along the way. The cool thing is that, you know, no matter where you're at on this journey, you might already have made all the switches and just need a refresher. You might be completely new to this, like learning about toxic load, and reducing toxins, and like, where do I start? And making those switches. But really just those simple switches, you're still making positive changes, even if it's one product at a time. So I think a lot of people kind of ask the question too of like, okay, well, where do I start? It can be a little overwhelming when you start thinking of like, if you're just beginning the journey. And that's just something that I share that I'm passionate about. I love helping people kind of walk through product. And so I've kind of broke it down into different categories where I've helped people. I don't want it to be an overwhelming process. And so how I've kind of broke it down to help people, and how I kind of did it too when I was walking through some of my stuff. I kind of broke it down to cleaning products, items that you're going to use to clean with, home essentials, which is hand soaps, dish soaps, laundry soaps, dryer sheets, and then personal care products, which is toothpaste, like your face washes, body gels, soaps, shampoos, conditioners. So sometimes just breaking it down into different groups. Like tonight, we're going to focus more just on the green cleaning. But that is one way to be able to maybe make it not feel so overwhelming. And like I said, sometimes it's just printing out that one product at a time and making those positive changes. So I'm so grateful for doTERRA and products that they have come out with. I've really streamlined my products, and just so grateful that we have doTERRA and their pure products. So I'm excited. Jan and I are going to dive into share what I use for cleaning, what we both use for cleaning, and the amazing products that doTERRA has to offer us.
I wanted to add with Tawny, I've joined her in this presentation because I want to learn more about green cleaning. So I'm just so grateful and blessed that I am part of this presentation with Tawny, because I've learned so much already from her, and just she has so much knowledge. She has so much knowledge about, you know, not only sustainability, but just being heart conscious about what we use every day, you know, and it's mind blowing to me. Like I still get like, wow, even when other people say it, like I can't believe how many things are out there. And it just makes me want to learn more and more about it. And so I'm so grateful and thankful, Tawny, that we can share this experience together so that it helps me become a better learner. So I'm excited. So at first I wanted to check if there's any comments in the chat, because I'm sure people were probably, I know you can probably check, because I don't know, for some reason it doesn't get on my screen here. Do you
So
see the
someone
chat?
had mentioned, yeah, download the Think Dirty app. That's another great app. Yes, thanks, Jai. So the ewg.org, and they've even broken it down now to like cleaning products. They've done it to face care products. They break it down to categories for you. And then yes, the Think Dirty app. If you don't, you can download it to your phone. It's a great app, and you can scan a product. Which is even easier, or you can type it in. And like I said, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to rate your product. So both are super helpful. Thanks, Jai. Let's see. Eliza said, stink opened my eyes to fragrance. Yeah, I stopped using perfume and stopped really, it was a huge turning point.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. It really made me upset though.
Me too. I had my favorite.
No. And
no, it's a good.
And Nani said this is so crazy. It is. It's like, yeah, it's crazy all the things that are on the market. So we're going to watch a short little video recapping of what I just shared.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Oops. Let me just admit Jai here. Sorry. This is just it's just moving.
Not so long ago, ingredients were legible, fragrances were real, cleaning products were safe. Cheese was, well, cheese. Yes, once upon a time, products were actually products of nature. But over the last century, industry after industry abandoned the source for synthetics and purity for profit. But what does it mean for your health?
Yeah, keep the volume up.
Mounting over the risks of toxic load. For the most part, bodies are quite adept at filtering and flushing toxins, which is important since some toxins are not easily avoided. The human body can only filter and flush so much before the load takes a physical toll. Though you can't control many everyday environmental toxins, you can purge the hundreds of toxins lurking in your own cabinets and drawers. Indeed, studies have found that just a squirt of common air freshener releases close to 100 contaminants. Many perfumes and colognes contain phthalates, which emerging science suggests may be linked to reproductive and development issues. Most products used to clean the home should probably come with a full protective suit. It wasn't always this way, and it doesn't have to be. Pure and effective products do exist that bring the best of nature into your everyday routines. The choice is yours. doTERRA. Pursue what's pure.
Oh, I love that. Sorry. Okay. Back to this one. That was amazing. That video always gets me all the time. So let me move on. So here, let's geek out on some more science. So the powerful use of a bold blend. I think this was something Eliza, I think, posted. So thanks, Eliza. It says, basically, this is the results of a disk diffusion assay with time-lapse photos of these trays. So if you see on the right, there are two petri dishes of mold. One has a mold in it and one doesn't, just one drop. So here it says researchers took out our plate and rubbed organism onto the plate. So it's the fungus mold. And each of those petri dishes are the same mold. They let it grow. And then here in the photos, you can see that in the tract zone of inhibition, which is the area around the disc, the bold blend that wouldn't grow there. So if you see the bigger zone is more effective. And then one, of course, it says one plate has no oils at all, but both have the same mold. And the mold wouldn't grow near the drop because of the component of the oils. So if you can tell just how, like within 1 day to 6 days, how nasty the left side looks and how powerful the bold just kind of kept it up, intact in one small space and preventing it from like growing. So interesting, huh? Have you guys look at that a little bit and think about it. And then looking up at this, the Terra decided to test the most powerful oils, and then they came up with ta-da, the Abode. And in the Abode, we have 10 powerhouse oils, essential oils, which includes antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties, minimizing things like staph, E. coli, and mold. So if you think about those things in your house, especially like areas that you know that is surfaces with these things, like think about all of these oils just making it so like controlled where you can just like eliminate it yourself. I was like so blown away. I was like researching each of the oils and I came up with what it says right there. Almost all of them have the antibacterial, all of these properties in them. And I mean, gosh, this is just amazing. Like there's so much more like um, antiseptic. And then there's some of them that have like insect repellent, um, let's see, antimicrobial. Like there's so many anti things that is so good for us to have because I mean, this is just like really powerful oil. Like it says it right there. There's one oil in particular, the Kochi eucalyptus. It is an oil. It's a eucalyptus. Let me see, I'm looking at my notes. It is the highest natural level. It has the highest natural level of cineol. Cineol is eucalyptol, and it comes from it's a form from 800 species of eucalyptus. So this certain eucalyptus has a natural cineol content of 90 to 95%. So when you talk cineol, cineole, that means it is the most essential part of the eucalyptus essential oil. So that part of the oil is what is the power, you know, it's like, I can't even explain it. Like that word says powerhouse, you know. If you wanted to learn more about this study, you can look it up. You can just type in cineol and just understand what that is used for. Yeah, I'm still reading about it, so I'm still learning. So I will clue you in later on another class, maybe. Okay,
Thanks, Jan.
you're welcome.
So yeah, when doTERRA Convention in September came out with that new Abode oil that Janice just shared with, I was super pumped. And like I said, I had been using most of my products. A lot of the things I use in my home are essential oils, plant-based, and some of the things that doTERRA we didn't have from doTERRA, I was ordering from a different company. And so when doTERRA came out with convention and it brought all these other home products that we'll share about, I was just ecstatic because here, one, if you're familiar with LRP, I get to put it on my LRP. I get to order from myself, and I'm all about simplifying. I love being able to like do one shop someplace, like Jan shared about that powerhouse oil. Abode is just amazing. I've been using it ever since we got it, and I just can't say enough good things about it. So we're going to dive into different areas of the home, but like I said about before, making positive changes in our home. It could be just making a list of the things that you're want to be, like the list that you kind of share with us in the beginning. Share, things that you want to make those changes to. Switching out that product to healthier alternative products, or trying things more on the natural solution side, or using these plant-based oils that we see as antiviral, antifungal. They have so many amazing properties, and you're getting all these cleaning properties. Not only are you cleaning, but you're getting health benefits without the toxic, toxic load, and exposing our to all this stuff and ourselves. So it's just making those positive changes, like I said, one product at a time, and just being aware of it. So we're going to dive into different areas of our home.
So just take a bird's eye view of what it could look like in your home. So like because it's kind of like I just was playing around with some graphics and I thought, oh, this is a great way to just map out where would you use your products. This one here is featured with all our on guards because we're all familiar with them, or if you've used some of them. And we'll keep going, and will introduce our new abode line as well. So
like I mentioned, in September, doTERRA came out with the Abode dishwasher pod. So this was something I was ordering from another company that was green, and and I was super excited when doTERRA launched this and shared about the pods. So what's awesome is that oil that Janice, the slide that Janice showed about the different 10 powerhouse oils put together to make this antiviral, antifungal. This oil is in the Abode dishwasher product. They're in the Abode different things that they came out with. So you're it's not leaving here. It's plant-based. It's has a biodegradable film, and it's free of all the parabens and what is it? I never say that word. Phthalates. I always like mess up that word. The phosphates, dyes, yes. I can never say it. Chlorine.
That's okay. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. You're not getting all those chemicals sitting on your plate. You wash your plates and you wash all your silverware, and it's clean. But then, like, you go to put food on it, and it still has like a residue of different things. So here you have these plant-based dishwasher pods. So it's a super easy switch to make out. And I just fell in love with the Abode smell. I really love it in all the products. I've been diffusing it daily. So this is an easy switch out, but this is one of the new products that just came out, Abode dishwasher pods. So we're kind of thinking about, like, in the kitchen, we just want to kind of cover all the areas that we would do for cleaning. So in the kitchen, our dish soap. And I'm kind of embarrassed, but I guess I'll just claim it. I've become, I don't know how, but over the years, I've become like a total dish soap snob. And I was using one that was green for years and years and it was okay. Like, it was fine. I didn't have any complaints about it. And then I got introduced to another company, and someone had shared, actually won a giveaway. There's one that Eliza had introduced me to a company, and I got a giveaway for dish soap, and I just fell in love with it. I used it for years and absolutely loved it. So when doTERRA had mentioned about the Abode dish soap coming out, I was really excited once again to be able to order through doTERRA, order on my LRP. I was just excited that they were bringing this product in. There was a little part of me in the back of my mind was like, okay, we'll see if it's better than the other one, because I absolutely love the other one that I was using for a different company. And oh my gosh, I love it. I love the Abode dish soap, and I won't be ordering from the other company. Again, I love the smell. I love that it's clean, it's plant-based, same thing. It doesn't have all the phosphates and chemicals in it. And it works super, super well. And like I said, that's coming from somebody who's pretty picky on their dish soap. And it has a lot of grease fighting stuff in it. And the dish soap actually has grapefruit added to it, and it's grapefruit that is going to help cut through the grease. And so I feel like it just does a phenomenal job on my dishes, and I really like it. So this is another great product you could switch out. I know a few people were talking about Dawn dish soap. I know a lot of times they advertise that they're friendly on ducks, and they kind of, I don't know, Dawn dish soap is one of those that are high on the toxic load for sure on the EWG or Think Dirty app. So if you're a Dawn lover, and I know that cuts grease, really well, I would definitely highly recommend trying the dish soap because it works really well. So yeah, super excited that they came out with this great product.
When it first came out, sorry.
Go ahead.
When it first came out, I wanted to share a little bit when I text in our group text to everyone, like, hey, I tried the spray, and I thought I didn't really care for the smell at first time. So then I talked to when Tawny and Kate folks on the text, and Tawny's like, oh, like I know she really liked it. But after like couple times more, after I tried using it in the kitchen and stuff, then I grew to like the smell, and I actually like the smell now. Like it's really, like you said, it's a really fresh, clean smell. Like, so I think just the beginning, it was like, oh, what, what does this smell? I'm not sure if it was the lemon eucalyptus mixed with the arborvitae or, those other ones. Maybe it could have been the combination of those, but it actually fine now. I'm fine. So if you folks have not tried it yet, and you decide, but I can guarantee for sure that this is a product that I use because it does clean out grout. Like I have a grout countertop, and I should have taken pictures, but it does work really well, like Tawny said. So
yeah, I fell in love with it right away. And I was a huge On Guard lover, and I still do because I love it for other things. I'll share more in a little bit, but I love the multi-purpose surface cleaner. I think when doTERRA was planning, I think they really nailed it out of the park as far as, once again, not only having those powerhouse oils in the surface cleaner, but this is something that you can use for so many different areas of your home. And like I said, like I still do cleaning, and I have that as a job. So for me in my basket, like I want to simplify the best I can. I don't want tons of stuff. I want a product that I'm going to use for multiple areas of the home. And so I love the multi-purpose cleaner because we're talking about the kitchen. It's so great for countertops. And before I'd always have, like if we're cooking something oily or it's splattered, I'd always have to like wipe my countertops and then come back and do something different for my stove. With a multi-purpose a bowl cleaner, it cuts through the grease, and I can use it just all for my countertops, for my stove, for everything. And then we'll share a little bit about the bathrooms and too, but I feel like it is used for so many areas of the home, so it's really great. I feel like they really put some thought into this. And one other thing I love about it is plant-based. So if you're cooking in the kitchen and you just wipe down your counters and you're getting food on your counters, your kids put food on it, it's clean. You're not wiping your counters down with chemicals and then, touching it and then having your food on it. It's plant-based, so it's safe to have your food on it and everything. I'm trying to think of where I had, like I said, yeah, it was formulated for bathrooms, for countertops, walls, finished wood, tile floors, and it's just an all-around great cleaner. And ever since we got it, I used to use the On Guard concentrate, and I still love it. So I'm not downing the On Guard concentrate. I still love the On Guard concentrate. It's definitely a step up that I made the switch to, and I've been using it for everything, not only in my home but other homes as well. So yeah, when we're looking at the kitchen in different areas, we got our dish pods, we got our soaps, we got our surface cleaner. Those are great switches, the dip and switch to keep in mind if you're switching out your products. And for doTERRA, like I love standing behind this company because I know the products are pure. I know that they're clean. I know that they're always doing research and putting out a product that, they're not cutting corners. And I look back at my journey of different things and making a switch and feeling like, oh man, I wish I had found doTERRA years back when I was making that switch, because now this is all I really use, is doTERRA stuff. And I'm just really love the products. So let's move from the kitchen into, I think we're still, for the next slide, we're kind of in the kitchens and the bathrooms. We have our hand soaps. Another easy thing to do the ditch and switch. I love the On Guard foaming hand wash, especially during this season of the pandemic when you're like, for me too, like telling my kids 100 times a day, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, and just fanatically about washing hands. I love this product not only because it's helping with environmental threats. It's also not stripping your hands from the moisture. It doesn't dry out your hands. And you're also not, going back to the whole toxic chemical load, you're not only like getting this immunity boost and helping with environmental threats, it's healthy, plant-based. So I love our On Guard foaming hand wash. I have one in every bathroom in my sink. And then another product that doTERRA just came out with is the Abode hand wash. So they have these beautiful bottles that they have come out with, and I really just absolutely love them. They're beautiful on the counters. And they came out with the citrus bloom, which is nice. Same thing, it's non-drying, has such a nice scent to it. It has, I believe it has the Abode oil in it a little bit. You don't smell it, it's more citrusy. So the nice thing here is you have two options. You have the On Guard or the citrus bloom. You can kind of mix it up. And I really enjoy both of them a lot.
I like both of them too. Me too.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
Really enjoy both, and they're both, yeah. And you can use the On Guard in the pretty bottles too. So the other thing I always like to bring up too is, you can always, for people who are, I have some people that really like the DIYs and making their own products. There's lots of great recipes. I've gone through seasons where I've made my own with Castile soap, fractionated coconut oil, and then you can kind of customize your oil of choice. I used to kind of do like during the holiday seasons, like during like this time Thanksgiving and fall, I would do more fallish oil. Sometimes I would do holiday joy during Christmas. So you always have the option to make your own soap as well. And I've gone through seasons, but I've kind of gotten to a place where I just love the On Guard foaming hand wash so much that I just, I ended up buying that. But there's always that option as well that you can customize with so many other different oils that have so many great properties. The next slide. So moving into the bathrooms, this is why I mentioned how much I love the multi-surface cleaner of the Abode, but I really do still appreciate the On Guard concentrate. And you'll see they kind of have a difference. So what I love also with these new products that doTERRA just came out with is they really focused on sustainability. And that's something that's really important to me in recycling. And I'm really glad that they really have made some of these switches, and I'm excited to watch them as they probably continue with other products. But so you see that little bottle, it's a concentrate. So if you get the bottle, or you can use your own spray bottle, like the picture on the right, if you have your own spray bottle, you're going to pour that little concentrate in and fill it with water. And like I said, I've really made the switch to this Abode cleaner and love it for so many things, the kitchen and the bathroom. And the On Guard cleaning product, you can get 18 bottles. You can fill 16-ounce bottles 18 times with the On Guard concentrate. So I really feel like, it's good to have both. The things I'll have to say, and just being like, because I clean so much and clean other people's houses, the one thing I have to say is I really love the On Guard concentrate more for windows. I think the Abode works so well on surfaces and so many different things in tile, but I find I still love my On Guard concentrate better for windows and mirrors. And that just might be my opinion, but I feel like it does work really well. And the On Guard concentrate can work on fabrics, carpets. So I know Abode's kind of stealing the light a little bit with this new product. The nice thing is we have options. We have On Guard, but I really love using the Abode for my countertops, for around the toilets. What I've been doing now lately too is for my showers. It works so well until I'll spray my bathroom, the tub, and mainly the tile, and I'll let it sit for 10 minutes and let it really get into the grout, really let it do its work, and then come back with a scrubby. And I feel like it works so well, getting that fungus and mold that we kind of find a lot of times in our showers. It's hard to get rid of. I've been really pleased with it. So moving along. So other two areas, you know, we have the toilets and the bathtubs. And I think Beth, you were the one saying about the toilets and stuff. Over the years, I've kind of switched it up. I've done different green cleaning ones I found that I like, but for years, using my essential oils, I've done this is the basic recipe that I've just used for years. And I have my bottle somewhere handy on the bottle where it says upcycle. I don't have an empty one, so I don't know if you can see me, but this, I'll use our old agave bottles. We go through a lot of agave. I'll save my old agave bottles, and these bottles are perfect for recycling, for using your DIY recipes. And so I will, when these are empty, I'll wash them out and I'll save them. And this is what I use. You can buy a bottle on Amazon, but I like to try to upcycle. And it's a perfect squeeze bottle. But really, it's so simple. I just use baking soda, Castile soap, and then your choice of oil. The two that I seem to use the most is eucalyptus and Purify. And the reason why is for its disinfecting purposes, and Purify for cleansing and stuff. So those are the two oils, not in the same time. Like I'll switch it up. Sometimes eucalyptus, sometimes Purify. And that's what I use a lot. But I have to say, I'm really enjoying this new toilet hack with the Bow dishwashing pods. If you don't want to use it just for your dishwasher, you can crack one open and put it in the toilet, and it's going to work for hard water stains, and it works great. I love the smell. So I've actually been taking advantage of that hack and using the Bow dishwashing pods as the toilet bowl cleaner, and it's been working, yeah, really well. Moving on to the bathtubs, I feel like that's the trickiest part. Going back, sorry, Jen. The people always ask me, I feel like it's, especially living in Hawaii, where it's humid and it's like the hardest area. I feel like people always like kind of get stuck on what to use. I a lot of times use baking soda. I go back to that On Guard concentrate and use, like I said, once we got that old multi-surface cleaner, that's what I've been switching to, is spraying and letting it sit. I know it's not doTERRA, but I've used another green product from H2O. It's a cleaning clay. So there is products out there that are green. This is a Europe-based company. But just using some of our essential oils and baking soda really works really well. And sometimes I'll use lemon, sometimes I'll just use On Guard. But I definitely, like I said, I would work, if you have the Abode or going to get it, I would try the Abode multi-surface cleaner. And then every once in a while, just being completely transparent, because I get this question a lot. I always feel like I want to be upfront. I every once in a blue moon do have to use bleach, but it's like every couple months spraying and spot treating a little spot. And so for me, I really have eliminated everything except every once in a blue moon. But to me, that toxic load of not spraying it every time I'm cleaning. And so I really, yeah, I can't even barely handle the smell. I instantly turn red. I can feel it in my lungs. I can just tell my body instantly does not. But you know, every once in a while I do use it. And if that is the case, be able to do it in between and rarely use it, you're still reducing your toxic load. So you're still making that switch to natural cleaners and maybe just using some of the stuff every once in a while if you need to. So moving on to air fresheners. This is something when we had talked about like our homes being 2 to 5 times more polluted inside than outside. And a lot of, I think that comes from is like all the air fresheners we use. I know for me, I think a few people mentioned below, Bath and Body Works. Oh my gosh, I used to be the Bath and Body Works queen. I would just, you know, we didn't have one here in Hawaii for the longest time. So every time I go to the mainland, I would stock up on every plug-in, every spray, every, no wonder why I've had so many health issues. Maybe it's from all the sprays I did, but this is an easy switch out. to get a, like a 2 to 4 ounce little spray glass bottle. And you can make up, my favorite is geranium and purify. And that's what I have one in every bathroom. I don't do any of the Febreze anymore, or poo-poo sprays or whatever. I make my own. I feel like they work just as well. So making your more natural air fresheners, you can make that switch. And I've been starting to do the abode as well. Like I said, I just fell in love with that smell. Another one was Air-X, putting that in a spray bottle. You can, play around with the different scents that you like, but just making that switch is just eliminating toxins in your home. Another one that I started doing a while back, and I love this, I have animals. And so I think for animals, or just in general for cleaning your carpets, is using baking soda, putting it in a little mason jar, adding your oil of choice, Purify, Air-X, lemon. Those are the ones that kind of my go-to. You shake the jar and you just sprinkle it on your carpet, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then vacuum. And just such a healthier alternative to doing carpet cleaners, and it works really, really well. So that's another alternative to use to carpet cleaners. And again, it's just making those positive changes in the different areas in our life that we're using toxic chemicals, and reducing that toxic load, and just making these switches to more natural products. So.
Hey, Tawny, Beth is asking how many drops for the carpet cleaner?
Ooh. This depends how strong. I'm always so heavy with my oil. So I feel like I can tell you how someone asks me, I'm always like, I probably do more than I should. But I like things strong. So I'll do, what is that, an 8 ounce mason jar, and I'll fill it like 3/4 of the way with baking soda. And then, I don't know, you can kind of judge, maybe like 5, 6, 7, I don't know, depending how strong you want it, depending what you use. The Purify, I feel like is strong. If you were to use the Abode, it's kind of strong. They're all like maybe 5 or 6 drops in the mason jar, and shake it. You can just kind of make it to your liking of how strong.
I use about 5 drops too. I do 5 drops.
Yeah, about 5 drops.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it works really well, and especially with
Yeah.
animals too. I feel like it
Yeah.
kind of gets
Oh yeah, definitely with animals.
yeah, that funk out of your carpets a little bit. So
Are you ready for the
Jai
next one?
says he likes to do 10 drops. Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes 15. I'm kind of with you, Jai. I kind of go heavy-handed sometimes. So I guess it's a preference thing. So yeah,
yeah, that's
there's
true.
no right or wrong.
Yeah.
Depending how strong you want it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here next we have our laundry line. So how many of you often use dryer sheets? I used to use dryer sheets a lot. So if you were like me, they were like already stuck to the clothes, I find it sometimes stuck when you're walking to work. Yeah, it's kind of bad. But anyway, the ingredients in dryer sheets, you guys are gonna just, if you don't know it yet, they are carcinogenic. They are linked to some, like with everything else, but this one was found linked to pancreatic cancer, respiratory tract irritants. It's neurotoxic, and it's also linked to nervous system disorders. So yeah, I am definitely not going to use dryer sheets anymore. I don't have it anymore. I've been using my laundry detergent On Guard, and I just started using the laundry pods. They smell so good. My sheets feel softer. I don't know. I think it feels softer, but it just feels so much cleaner. It smells cleaner. I use also some drops of Abode too, and some like lemon or On Guard onto my wool ball. And then, it just works really well. The detergent, I just love everything, all about it. Like, I feel like I just want to do laundry all day and someone else can fold it. Anyway, so yeah, this laundry line is amazing. yeah, like I said, if somebody could fold the clothes and maybe put it away, that would be great for us to finish the laundry. But anyway, you have two choices also. The laundry on guard laundry detergent is also very nice. Like I never realized how small that cap was when I used to use it for the first time, and I thought, wow, is that it? Just that much? But it does. It does really work. I do add a little bit extra for my husband's clothes because he's a little bit more smelly. Sorry, honey, but he's not here. But anyway, I just enjoy this product. It's like I really like. I mean, I'm so glad that doTERRA came out with another option for laundry. It's I can choose now. Like, oh, do I feel unguardy today or abode today? So it's great. Tani, do you use straight line abode?
I think just because like I said, I fell in love with that abode smell. I've been using the abode a lot. What I do love about the On Guard concentrate is I'll use it for stains. I'll use it as a spot treatment, just straight concentrate. So yeah, I still really love both, and I'll still both carry both. I mean, I still want to own both. But I've really been loving the abode, or just throwing the pods in, or the pods in.
Right.
And yeah, I've been
That would
using
be so cool. Like those Tide sticks. You know how they have those Tide sticks? I wonder if On Guard would make an On Guard stick. That would be so cool for, right? I don't know. I'm just.
yeah, I just love that again that they came out with just nailed out of the park this convention and just brought us all these amazing products. So I'm just excited to be ordering from not having to order from other places, and it can order from us, and just products that I really love a lot. So, yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so instead of Febreze and candles, we have our diffuser. Diffusing oils create a non-toxic environment in your home, and diffusing it throughout the day gives you many benefits for your overall well-being. So like it removes unpleasant odors, airborne pathogens. Of course, it helps with your mind and body, relaxes you and relieves tension and stress, improves mental clarity, clears your mind, calms emotions, and increases alertness. Like you can also have this diffusing while you're cleaning. Like I like to have it diffuse while I'm cleaning. I think I feel motivated to. I'll add a little bit of sheer oil and some motivation in there just to get, okay, clean. It's, yeah. And you can also get your whole house to clean, especially around cooking time. If someone's clean, like in my house, my family sometimes cooks like fish in the house and it's really stinky, or like other stuff. Like, yeah, I put that purify right away in the diffuser, or lemon, just so it smells citrusy and not fishy. So
so yeah, not only does it have all these amazing benefits, but you're going back to that ditch and switch is like, for me, I used to be just kind of crazy about candles, like the same with the Bath and Body Works. I love smells. I connect with smells. And so I always love my home to feel like that smell. And I'm always burning candles everywhere all the time, day or night. I always had candles going on. And I've made that switch. And I said become obsessed with candles, and now I'm obsessed with diffusers. I've got one everywhere in my house. In my kitchen, in my living room, in each of my kids' bedrooms, by my desk, in my bedroom. I have them everywhere, and I love that. Not only does my house smell so good, but yeah, it has all these health benefits. So it's going back to reducing that toxic load and making these intentional changes, on the daily. And this is a great way to still have creating an ambiance in your home and a smell with the added benefits of disinfecting and all the other things that Janice mentioned. So this is a great ditch and switch.
yes.
I love that we have so many oils to choose from, so you get to pick what blend or what oil you're feeling or what you're needing, and just plant-based and pure. So.
So here we have, of course, our Abode collection, all in a nutshell. So if it interests you, if you haven't started yet, um, go ahead and right away add it to your account. Like because of all of these products being all in one place, I think, you know, for me, it's like redirect spending. Like I'm saving practically because I'm purchasing it not only because I love it too, but it's just because I get back things from it. Like I get back points, or you know, it's all there in one package going back to me and helping my family and supporting our health. Um, and it, you know, with talking about your when you do it as a LRP too, it really helps, like because you figure you use these products every day or like every month and it runs out. So of course you're gonna refill by adding it to your cart. And I feel like I'm doing that every, like it's already November next month. And I think I need to get another laundry pod. I mean, I've done it every, you know, like every week, but we share. I have multiple people in the house that do their own laundry. I've given away some for samples because people want to try, but it's like, oh, I have to buy another bag already. So, like, you know, that these are always going to be something you're going to constantly use every time. And, you know, it's a great way to make good use of your money and time and just being healthy at the same time and getting a healthy benefit from all of these. Wouldn't you agree, Tani? I don't, you know, it's just
Yep.
all together.
Yeah. And they're great,
Yeah.
great products. So,
Mhm.
and like I said before, too, having these bottles that they came out with, doTERRA is really working on their sustainability environment, you know, more of an environmental product. So, like the dish soap, if I didn't mention before, it's an aluminum, it's recyclable. The packages that come in are used out of recyclable products. So I really love that the company is shifting that way, and that you have these pretty bottles that they've given us where you just could buy the refills.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate and love that. So there's so many layers to it. It's not that I love it. It's non-toxic, and it really moving into sustainability, which I think is really important for our planet and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, so really nailed out of the park with these ones. And one of the products that we love so much is the laundry pods. And so we wanted to have a chance to give one away tonight. So thank you for joining us on this call. And we will do a wheel. Kate, did you have a chance to do the wheel of names?
I'm gonna stop
Yes,
sharing.
yes, I
Thank
do.
you. So we'll pick a winner for the laundry pods.
Yeah, I'll share my screen and then let me know if I missed somebody. I didn't put my name even if I wanted to, but no. Hopefully I've got everybody there. Let the wheel go.
Auntie Charlene.
Yay!
Yay. So I will get those to you. So yay. Hopefully you're enjoying them. Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Auntie Sherlyn. Okay, let's move on.
Sorry, what did I win?
The laundry pods right here, right here
pods.
on the screen. You want the laundry
thank you, thank you,
pods.
thank you.
I'll connect
I
with
don't
you
have a
and get those.
dishwasher, but I will definitely
No, laundry
put it in my
It's a
toilet.
laundry pods in
Oh,
your
laundry pod.
laundry.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love laundry, so this is good.
Yay. I'll connect with you and get those to you.
No rush. Thanks. Bye.
Awesome. Okay. So if you haven't checked out in your doTERRA account, we do have what's offered now as our doTERRA Home Edit series. It's a doTERRA education. I think it's like a step-by-step lesson for each of your rooms if you want to learn more about how to use the oils and what oils to use. They do have it on the doTERRA website, on your website. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. Actually, it's about 2 minutes, so let's see. About a minute and a half.
a household running. Whether you have babies, kids, teenagers, pets, house guests, or even just yourself, it takes a lot to keep a home clean and safe. Unfortunately, so many of the products that we trust to keep our homes clean are actually exposing us to chemicals and toxins. Cleaning products, personal care products, and even our food can expose us to toxins that put our health at risk. At doTERRA, we believe that nobody should have to play the guessing game when it comes to their home and family safety. Welcome to the doTERRA Natural Home Edit. Join us as we go room by room through the home, uncovering the secret places toxins might be lurking and revealing the simple natural edits you can make to keep you and your household safe, healthy, and thriving. Get the straightforward, actionable tips that will help you live greener and cleaner, one step at a time. Create the home you want, the kind of home where you can have peace of mind that your family is safe. Welcome to the doTERRA Natural Home Edit. It's time to come home.
Awesome. So that's also on your website if you check this out. So I think you have to, I don't know if you have to register it because I haven't done it yet too. So I need to check up on that. But I don't know. Kate, have you guys done it? Tawny, have you guys registered yet?
So you need to register, and then it's free, and then it just gives you, step by step. So it's a great way, going back to that thing, if you're feeling overwhelmed or just want to dive into each room, it takes you room by room and recommends products and stuff. So I signed up for it. It just came out, so I haven't had a chance to walk through the whole thing.
Okay.
But this is a great way to really just, dive more into each room and what changes you can be making.
Great.
So it's great it's great that they offer this.
I saw that too. So I'm going to jump on it after this.
Yeah, nice to have it available.
Yeah.
So we're just thankful that you jumped on the class. I hope that you, this info just kind of opens your eyes. Like I said so many years ago, I was so grateful that someone kind of brought to my attention and just really made me aware of the products that we were using. And as I dove more into just the products that are on the market and being intentional about stuff. So I hope it just kind of was an eye-opening a little bit for you to want to dive into using more natural solutions and using clean products. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the person that invited you. I'm always available as well if you want to chat or dive into more. I love helping people make those changes and stuff. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. I know it went a little over 9, so
yes, thanks everybody for coming. This is just one last quote before you go. So what do you make a difference? And what you do make a difference. Sorry, what you do makes a difference. And you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. So I guess going to with green cleaning, what you do makes a difference in your life. Thanks everybody. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.